We almost done with the year. It's December, I don't know, it's like December 12th or something like that. I just gotta cleanse the whole timeline. I gotta cleanse everybody watching this video, cause boy, this has been some shit. What is going on, everybody? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna put you guys on to some gems as far as like Southside gems. I've been really listening to his project with a Doughboy. It's an artist from Cleveland, and man, that shit hard. That shit's hard. I've been listening to that project so much that like anytime anybody says something, I'm like, oh really? Just like how he says it in the project. But I'm gonna put you guys on to some gems. I'm also gonna make a beat, and I'm gonna break down like 2 project files too, so it's like a 3-for-1 kind of thing. Anyways, I'm not gonna make this a long talking video. Let's get right into it. So this is what this beat sounds like. Super fire. So let's break this down. So the first thing is melodies. So let me take the effects off and show you guys what it sounds like before. That's cool, but it's nothing too crazy. I'm using Gladiator, this preset, and one of the things that I know for sure is simplicity works best every time. These are really like 4 notes. Just know that simplicity works best, because sometimes like you don't want to have too much salt in your food, if that makes sense. But I do notice a lot of times 4 notes really works a lot, and you know, this just happened to work really good, but it worked even better as soon as I added this Effectrix preset called Backwards Vocals. If you heard I Got the Keys, and I'm trying to remember that time period where he was like using this super heavy. He still uses it now, but you know, this is like super sauce. It helps a lot, and it gives it this reverse effect. That's what it sounds like. It gives it like this pulsating effect, and then when I add the second melody, and then you know, I just added this chorus. It's basically like a Juno chorus. It's free, and then I add this reverse. It sounds crazy. As you can see, there's nothing on the piano. I try to keep that very bare minimum, at least one element, so that way it has that familiarity. When it comes to drums, you know, keeping it simple is the best thing. I also noticed one thing too, is he doesn't stretch the bars out to like 16. He keeps it very, very, very simple, and then he creates the pattern, and then he'll like switch it up on the second half, which I noticed like, that's how you make something like very familiar and catchy and very like simple. Obviously simple is gonna be like the best thing. Simple is gonna be the most used word in this video, I promise you. As Rand said before, from 1500 to nothing, the more notes you use, the less money you make. So keep that in mind. If you notice, these are only 3 notes in the 808 pattern. I could go crazy with it, but it's not really all that necessary. So listen to what it sounds like. It's very simple. So the kick will follow that. And then, you know, add the first hi-hat pattern and then the second hi-hat for texture. I actually add this in a download link so that way you guys can have this free hi-hat MIDI. Just something from me to you know. I feel like I can just give something away for free in this video. Oh, one thing I forgot to stress is when it comes to the hi-hats, you kind of want to start off just with the 2-step pattern, just like this, and then get all the elements down, and then, you know, do the hi-hat rolls. Just listen to how good this sounds just on its own. Fire. I could actually leave it like that, but as soon as I start adding the hi-hat rolls, that's when it sounds crazy. I added a second hi-hat as like a texture. It's really the same pattern, but pitched down, and then with gross beat and then a low filter on it. I think that'll be a super good time to break down another project file. So let's open this other one. Let's break it down. Fire! So let's break this down really fast. A gem I can give you with melodies or even samples is manipulate your samples and just throw whatever, because I was gonna throw this beat out like, and then I reversed it and then I sped it up and then it sounded completely different. This is what the original melody sounded like. Super slow. This is actually what the ending sounds like. The melody came from these guys. They sent it to me like, I want to say 6 months ago. The melody is cool, but it's too slow. It was at 100 BPM. So one thing I did was I hit the reverse button and then I added a whole bunch of effects. So let's break the effects down. One by one, I'll show you what it sounds like. So I used hardcore, chorus and delay. I really like using guitar amps because I don't like thinking about all the other little knobs and stuff like that. I'd rather have some imperfections with it. And then, you already know about that. So this is where 50% of the sauce comes in. So listen to this. I really like this 12 right here. It gave it like a psychedelic effect. And then when I threw halftime on it and then, EQ the lows, this is what it sounded like. With that melody stands on its own perfectly. I don't need to add anything else to it. It already has a type of texture that I want. It already sounds good to me. It gives it like a psychedelic vibe, which I've been really fucking with lately. So I don't have to add nothing else. So let's hop right into the drums. Let's listen to the drums on its own. Let's break down the 808 really fast. This is the same part as this, but I just added another note. And then this is the same part as this, but over here I actually added a couple other notes, so it gives it like a stutter effect. One thing I definitely notice is at the end of the bar, he gives it a lot more energy, and he does like the rolls, he does like the crazy shit over here, there, definitely keep that in mind. One thing that I notice is he kind of like creates the whole pattern and has all the elements complement each other, and then he'll go in and do the crazy hi-hat rolls, or he'll do like something like this. That gives it a lot of balance, but when you add the hi-hat rolls and then little sprinkles of that, that's what it sounds like. When you want to like do these kind of rolls, the 1/3 step and I won't say 1/4 too, but 1/6 beat are gonna be like your best friend, and the paintbrush tool. A lot of people that use FL20, they say they can't do this, but in all actuality you have to hold shift and then do it, so it's like super easy that way. But with FL11, all you have to do is just click and then it does it for you. You can place them before the snare and after the snare. One thing I know is I just kind of like follow it based off the rhythm. So all these elements complement each other. So anything that doesn't have the gap filled, that's when I'll fill it. And And that's pretty much it, honestly. When it comes to the snare rolls, one trick that I can show you guys that I showed on Instagram is throw the love filter on it and just only use that for like the snare rolls. It'll sound cool on the snares, but the snare rolls is really where it shines. This is the very first preset. You don't have to touch anything. Let's do it before and after. It gives it like this like pitched chorus kind of effect. One thing I also know too is effectrix on the master, but I'm only gonna use it for certain times. So it does this like reverse effect and then it transitions to the next part. So just listen to it right here because that's where I got it triggered. It sounds super good. Let's move on to the next project file. Okay, so this one, I use one of my one shots. So this is what it sounds like. And then if I add a bass, which is also one of my one shots, and I just add it like right here, it'll sound a lot darker. Let's add effects like hardcore. And then let's add effectrix. But this one is like a little preset that I made like on the fly. Sounds fire, right? So let's like add instruments. Let's add other elements to it. I'm only gonna use this halftime on certain parts to really like emphasize it, but all in all, it's sounding pretty good. So let's find some drums and then go crazy. Everybody pretty much has all these. These are standard. You can download them anywhere really. And I asked you guys what 808 should I use for in-depth sizzle tutorial. 137 votes said spins, so we're gonna use the spins today. Actually, before I hop into the drums, let me give you guys a melody gem. You guys are gonna wanna use sustain chords. This is a C minor chord, right? This right here. If I move this down, this is a C sus2 chord. If I move this one down, it's a C sus4 chord. I've been trying to like learn how to play piano, so that's how I know that. But these are the same chords that was played in The Scots by Travis Scott and Kid Cudi. Actually, let me just play it for you. The reason why that sounds good is because it's the same chord, but it introduces like two different notes at different times. So it sounds really good. This is like shit that like Metro Boomin does all the time, pretty much. So before I wrap this video up and play this as the outro, just want to let you guys know I didn't mix it, I didn't arrange it. I'll go back and fix this later or whatever, but I didn't want to make this video super long. Don't hold it against me. If you guys want these sounds, definitely go pick up the Game Shark kit. Been getting a ton of love and seeing a ton of people make a ton of fire beats with it. It's real life cheat codes. Link in the description if you guys want to cop that. If you guys want these hi-hat midis, I left them down there for you guys free to download, so you guys can just drag them and go crazy with them. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the beat, and I will catch you guys next time.